These are all my LEGO space sets from my childhood, my most favorite sets, and I'm getting rid of them all. Good morning, Super Secret Brix here for a collection video of all my LEGO space sets, at least from my childhood collection. In this video, we're going to rank them. I'm going to rank them, my least favorite to my most favorite. I'm going to do a quick review of each of them. And then we're going to discuss why I'm going to get rid of all of them. Number 9 is the set 6876 Alienator, released in 1988 as part of the Black Throne faction. This is my least favorite set because it's not a spacecraft. That's it. I find it really cool and the color theme is great. I've always loved having these minifigs. I actually got 2 of these, but I really prefer spaceships, and this is not a spaceship. I'm not a big fan of the feature here, but it is what it is. So yeah, and of course, as all Black Throne sets do, this one splits in 2, which is quite cool, but still, it's at the bottom of my list. Number 8 is the set 6852 Sonar Security, released in 1993 as part of the Space Police 2 team faction. And yeah, so it's a rover. So again, I'm not a big fan of spacecrafts. However, the redeeming thing for this set is that it has actually tires and not just swinging legs. I'm not a big fan of the Space Police 2 color scheme. I mean, it's very industrial, and yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me. I was a big fan of that rocket though. It was always to me like some sort of bomb that I would use. I would just use in my space wars. But yeah, that's about it for this set. Number 7 is the set 6813 Galactic Chief. Again, released in 1993 as part of the Space Police 2 faction. Yeah, so this time it's a spacecraft, and I like it, but again, the color scheme is not what I like the best here. Though there's a redeeming feature about this, is that we have a chief here, definitely a chief. I was always happy to get some sort of chief police, so yeah. Let's move on to the next set. Number 6 is the set 6879 Blizzard Baron, released in 1993, just like the Space Police 2, but part of the Ice Planet 2002 film. Yeah, it's a spacecraft and it can split in 2, so this part is actually supposed to be some sort of satellite or research engine, and this thruster can be then plugged back into the spaceship. It's actually not supposed to be in space, I suppose. It's supposed to be in on a planet that is covered in ice. But yeah, okay, let's be honest here. The best part of this set and the theme is the color scheme, like the trans neon orange with the blue and the white. This is so popping. It's really great. The only thing that was a bit sad to me, for me, was that that's the only set I had from the theme. And as we'll see in the next video, what I really liked with my space theme was to build armies. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Number 5, the set 6877 Vector Detector, released in 1992 as part of the M-Tron faction. This is a great spaceship. I love it. Well, the space theme is my most favorite theme, so yeah, I like most of the sets. But here, what's great with this one is the fact that it has 2 pairs of wings, thrusters at the back. There's a magnet, which was so awesome. Like, look at that. You got a safe with energy studs, translucent green studs in it. You swoop by, and it takes it. Like the power of the magnet is strong, and it's really fun to play with magnets. So you know so these are two negative sides or two positive, and it pushes away. I always loved playing with that. Like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the gimmick of the M-Tron theme was magnets, and so I was really happy to get a set with a magnet inside. I was never able to get a lot of big sets. Usually, it was the choice was, do you want one big set or do you want many small sets? And so I always went with many small sets. Well, not always, but most of the time. And so yeah, we got a locking mechanism here, which is okay. I don't think I've ever used it when I was a kid. I don't even remember it. So yeah, that's it. Number 4 is the set 6851 3-wheeled Tyrax. So I'm not a big fan of rovers, but this is not a rover. This is an oversized bike, the original one. And yeah, I always found it really cool. Like the big wheels just made it clear that it was able to go on the rough terrain, like on the moon or Mars or any exotic planet. That's about it for the sets. I really like the color scheme, black, white highlights, and of course translucent green. And of course the minifigs were great. So that's about it for this one. Number 3, the set 6833 Beacon Tracer. So again, we have rovers here. Well, they're not rovers, are they? They are space buggies. Yes! And what makes it really more appealing to me compared to this one, which looks really cool, is that here I got 3 of those. That means I have an army of those. I always had space battles in my play scenarios, and so being able to gather an army was mandatory for me. And here I got 3 of these, and that also means that in addition to this guy here, I had 4 M-Tron minifigs. Well, I got a bit more, we'll see later, but you see the point. The more I have, the bigger the army. Next. Number 2 is the set 6811 Pulsar Charger from 1990, the M-Tron faction. And yeah, once again, it feels like a microfighter set, and that's why I love it. It's a small build. You can tell it's a small spaceship. I love spaceship. I love the rockets at the back. I love the 2 cones at the front in translucent green. It looks like there are lasers that can shoot. I love the fact that we have a silly driving wheel, just as if it was a car, and a handbrake out of all things. So it doesn't stay much, but still the effort is there, and I always found it fun. So yeah, I've always wished actually that instead of having other sets like this one, I got more of this so I could build an army, but I didn't, so that's a pity. Anyway, and now for number 1, the set 6887 Allied Avenger. What a name, and what a set! And I got 2 of them. These are my most favorite spaceship from the space theme. Definitely. I've always wanted an X-Wing, and we didn't have an X-Wing before 1999. And this set came in 1991 as part of the Blacktron 2 or Blacktron 2nd generation faction. And yeah, the fact that you can angle the wings means that you can have in an X position like this, you can move them like this sometimes, I used to do it this way, sometimes this way, especially to land. And one of the great things with it was that you could split the ship. And then you could either pretend that this was a slow pod that needed a booster to go interstellar, travel super fast. Or you could pretend that the bag got damaged during a space fight, and then you could just eject it and safely escape. And so that's it. That was my ranking. Please let me know in the comments which are your favorites space sets. If you agree with me, which ones should be higher, which one should be lower. Again, I've always loved the fact that you could have factions for army building purpose. And so here, these are my Blacktron 2 sets. I had 3 minifigs, 3 Blacktron minifigs, but what I would do is I would reinforce them with the second, the first Blacktron one. So these would be reinforcements. They would sometimes be allied, sometimes be warring with each other. That's the way it usually went. And of course, my biggest faction was the Mtron faction. And the fact that I had 3 buggies and two little ships and a big one meant it was my biggest space fleet of the bunch. So this would be the biggest faction, and I think because Blacktron 2 was my favorite, they would ally both of them often, but yeah, I don't remember much more than that. Of course, Space Police was there, a bit meh if you ask me, but whatever. And finally, the Ice Planet faction, which is just the one guy. Now, I did say that I was going to get rid of those, and that's the case. It was not clickbait or whatever. The main reason I do these videos is because I'm going to sell the sets that we see, and I want to build them one last time and have fun with them, and hopefully keep a souvenir, if you will, of them. And the video is mostly for me to rewatch later and recall fondly what it was to have this set. But why? Why sell these sets? Because I got limited space, limited money, and selling my old sets allow me to make room for new sets and fund buying new sets. Like the whole video, they are solely funded through selling these, and also selling these allow me to complete sets that were incomplete. So for example, I was missing one Blacktron figure for some reason. I don't know why, because the space sets are the most complete sets from my childhood collection. Like, I did the inventory of a castle. I was missing a couple of parts. I did inventory of my pirate sets. I was missing one fig and one part. And for the space theme, I was missing just one minifig. So yeah, my most beloved theme, my most beloved sets that I always took care of and made sure that I didn't lose much. So yeah, to be able to buy a new one, I need to buy an old one. That's the idea. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I know some people would say stuff like, no, don't sell them, you're going to regret it, and someday you will want to buy them again. And that's possible, but to be able to buy them again, I'm going to have to sell some of my sets. Anyway, this is the system that works for me. Do you have a system? And yeah, let me know what you do in the comments. If you loved the Mtron sets and you want to see more reviews on them, I suggest you go check TrikBrix, the channel. And yeah, it's sometimes when you search for TrikBrix, you find, I think it's some tracks, knockoff Lego brand tracks, train tracks or something, rails. But if you type TrikBrix like this, link in the description, you should be able to find him. And yeah, you have a retrospective for the Amtron film, a lot of pirate sets, as well as adventurers. Oh, they're so great. You're gonna love them. And TrikBrix also composed his own music, if that reminds you of someone. And yeah, a lot of retrospective here that are great, Western sets. And I did review some Western sets, but yeah, his retrospective is much better. I actually reviewed this set, and that set, and this one. And now they're all gone. Anyway, yeah, go check his channel. Now, I did say that these were all my space sets from my childhood collection. This is not entirely true. I actually also own the set 6818 Cyborg Scout from the UFO team, as well as the set 6836 V-Wing Fighter from the same thing. But the truth is, I've always hated, yeah, strong words, but hated these sets, mainly because they used big, ugly parts that were not reusable, and they were printed, so it was great, but the design didn't appeal to me, and that meant that the parts are really hard to reuse. I did like the minifigs though. This was Darth Maul to me. But yeah, the reason I didn't include these in this collection video is because, well, I hate them, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing most of the parts, and I'm not willing to spend money that I could money on them to complete them that I could spend on other sets. Because one thing to understand is that when I complete the set and I sell it, I don't make a huge margin, right? Yeah, and I want to be able to buy new cool sets or old ones that I missed in the past. So I've decided to completely skip over these ones. And there's also one other set that I omitted on purpose. That's right. This is the set 7314 Recon Mech, something like this, from the Life on Mars theme. And the reason I omitted it is because during haul number 5, I managed to find all the Life on Mars sets. And so the next wave of videos is going to be a full retrospective of all the Life on Mars sets. And yeah, it's probably, if I had to rank, so the UFO ones would be at the bottom of the list, and this one would be at the top, would be probably the first one, because I've always loved mech, and this was the first mech that Lego made, at least to me and in my mind. And yeah, I love the articulation. I've always loved playing with it and tried to replicate it. Of course, I did not have the necessary part, the joints here, but still. And yeah, it's so cool. Like you could split it, right? And then up, put it there, and then it would be a it would be a modular like this. Anyway, such a weird set, and I loved it for it. Oh, and of course, this was Yoda to me. But anyway, in any case, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. I post new content every Wednesday, and sometimes on Saturday. So if you want to get notified when I release new videos, such as the reviews for all the Life on Mars sets, just click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Alright, this was fun to see you again, guys. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye. I got our own retrospective to film anyway. I think I made it in time. Space, minifigs of this world. I'm here to tell you. Quick, hurry up. Go away, run away. The super secret police is about to arrive. Woo, 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 woo. Who are you? Who is the super secret police? I'm the chief of the space police. Good morning. We are the super secret police. Oh no, I'm too late. Hang on. Who are you again? And you, what are you? I've never seen anything like you. I am the narrator, and I am part of the Council of... I'm General Mayhem, and I'm here to introduce Mid-All in this world, and I cannot do that if all the minifigs disappear. What do you mean, disappear? Alright, let's use the power of the broker. Pew 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 pew. What? What happened? Where's everyone? What did you do? Pew. No, I was too late. You're not supposed to be here. General Mayhem, you are under arrest. I don't think so. General Mayhem escaped. I guess this is a problem for the next super secret post-credit scene. In the meantime, let's go sell those sets. The broker wants to use the money to buy a new sets for the next haul. I hope we get to say more pew-pews. I was too weak. Next time I will get you, General Mayhem. Narrator. What is it? Remember the 10 sling rings of power that we stole? Yes? The ones that allow us to travel to Lego Collection super secretly fast so we can sell them? Yes, I know that. What is this? Some sort of badly written exposition? Well, seems like General Mayhem stole some from us. What? Which means she'll be able to travel to Lego Collection faster than us. Well, that's okay. I myself stole something from her. Point.